Bowls Heroes with Brad Hogg, but it's Bowls Heroes without Brad Hogg. I'm not sure where he is, but you've got Clive Adams instead. We're here at the final day of the Bowls Blitz, and I've caught up with a couple of legends of our sport. They're doing great things in WA, and Chris Ace Watson and Geoff Watson. Welcome to you both.
Thanks Clive. Thanks for having us.
Chris, it's been a wonderful couple of years really, hasn't it? But sort of culminated this year with some wonderful achievements. You must have enjoyed the last 12 months immensely.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I thought, right, this is a commitment I want to do, and decided to get the travelling with the support of Geoff and put in the effort, and everything started working. Grabbing it with both hands. When
you say travelling, we often hear people say, I've got to travel to play a game of bowls and so forth. Give us an idea, because at the moment you're based out at Kalgoorlie, Kalgoorlie Boulder. Mm-hmm. Big commitment backwards and forwards along the highway.
Right, so virtually it was every second weekend. I'd leave home on a Saturday morning, drive to Perth. Luckily I've got some friends and family for accommodation. Train all Sunday, get in the car about 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon, drive back to Cal, the 600 kilometres, and get home around 11 o'clock. And,
Most of those trips together?
No, a lot by myself. Yeah.
Okay, so
with work.
Yeah, huge commitment, and so when we hear people talk about commitment to our sport, here's someone that's willing to make that 7-hour trip over and over again. Must know every piece of that
every
road.
Little pothole
and the potholes are getting bigger.
And the potholes are getting bigger too. Yeah. Look, let's talk about some of the success that you've had, because I guess the highlight's got to be the state singles final. First time you'd made it that far in the state singles, and whilst the final didn't necessarily go the way you would have liked, must have been a huge experience for you.
It was. I'd won my section the week before, and I was coming into the next weekend. I had to play Lee Pletty, and my goal was just to beat Lee. And I beat Lee, and then my next goal was the next person. So it was just each time playing, and then got through those, and then had to come back the next day to play Therese, and it all just happened. It was just all going good, and then I come up against Chrissy, who, fantastic, nothing I could do, but thoroughly thrilled to get to that spot.
What was the biggest takeaway for you from that achievement? I guess people talk about the fact you make it once, it makes it easier the next time and so forth. What was the biggest takeaway from that tournament for you?
That I was probably up there with them, and I could play against them and match them. So it gave me the confidence, like, I'm a country girl, but no, I am up there matching these women that are playing, that have got the tougher competition down here.
Yeah.
So it gave me more confidence to realise that I can do this.
Geoff, let's turn to you, because obviously, you're making as many sacrifices here as Chris is in terms of being away from each other and so forth. How satisfying was it for you to see Chris make the final of the state singles?
It's just over the moon for her. Like, she puts so much behind the scenes you don't see, and the commitment to help it with the business and then travel, and it was just amazing to see her get that far. It really was.
Yeah, look, let's talk a little bit about the Boulder Club and so forth, because you've had some wonderful success there. Of course, Country Club of the Year this year, which is a fantastic achievement. You've done a lot of work around the club.
We have. We've just put in new shade around the greens. The guys have a huge club effort in doing that. New greenskeepers shed, concreting, new back fence. They've really put 110% into putting that club up and running. So really good.
Talk about the area a bit, because it's an interesting area. The two clubs in the area, Kalgoorlie and Boulder, and you play a lot of bowls against each other and so forth. I mean, you must know each other very well. But how do you keep the spirit alive there with just a couple of clubs in the local area?
Oh, it's still great competition against, even though you know your opposition, how he plays, what he plays like, what ticks him off, and how to manipulate.
Bit of gamesmanship in there, yeah.
A lot of gamesmanship, but no, we maintain that rivalry, and then when we go to the next level to league events, we still combine with each other. So it's really good.
And Chris, a little bit more on you, the honour of being named in the state team as well. That must have been a massive thrill.
It was huge. Like I said before, Clive, I thought I'm going to grab everything I've got. Coaches down here, I've got everyone supporting, grab everything with both hands, take it all in, do everything I'm supposed to do. At the end, it's out of my control, but if I can keep doing it, Oh, absolutely honoured and thrilled. Yeah, very honoured.
Talk about the Bowls Blitz as well. I mean, this has been a new concept, and you obviously had the opportunity in the tournament. How's that been for you?
Oh, I think it's a great concept. The way it's all been played over the four competitions. You get to play against different people. I've met a lot of new people, and just the whole concept of the different games and the time slots. And thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's something that hopefully goes ahead next year.
Fantastic, fantastic. All of these events take volunteers to run. Let's talk about the volunteers at Boulder in particular, because you've had great success with community bowls, with community groups, and with your volunteers in the club, Geoff.
Yeah, we have. We've got one of the best barefoot bowls competitions going around. They're huge numbers for that. There's 10, 12 teams in the waiting every year now. Louis Troe runs that, and he's got a great bunch that support him and help him every Wednesday night, and it's just huge. So they really get behind him.
What's the key to really engaging with your community, do you think? What's Louis' trick?
I think he's just got the gift of the gab, and he knows he's a very successful businessman, and he knows a lot of people, and the people that come along and play barefoot bowls from all walks of life, and yeah, it just works. He's just great.
Now, I hear Mark McGowan dropped in for a visit as well. Did you manage to grab a beer with him?
No, unfortunately I didn't. I was hoping he'd buy me one. But no, unfortunately I had to work, so I missed that opportunity. But the boys had a real good time with him, so yeah, no, he enjoyed himself there.
Fantastic, fantastic. Look, Chris, what's the overall goal for you? I mean, you've made the state team now. Are you a goal setter? Are you one that sets goals, or have you just sort of gone with the flow?
No, well, I had set my goals. Been playing up there, I was always competitive. You know, I like to reach the better top of the point where I want to get to. I think I've still got my goals. I want to come down here, play, get that high intensity, more competition down here, and I want to try and keep that high intensity up and keep those goals going.
Now, I hear a little rumour around the place that you two might be going and looking at some houses around the place here in Perth. Is this true?
Yes, we've been looking for a few months. Went looking yesterday, and we're going to have a look again today. So cross fingers that it all works out, and we might be down here in a few months. So
have we made any decisions around where we're going to be headed? Any clubs that should be getting in touch, Geoff?
I've signed with North Beach.
Oh, okay. Very successful club.
Yeah. The boys up there have been good to me over the last couple of years in supporting me whenever I've come down here. So I thought I'd reciprocate and have a trundle with them and see how we go.
Fantastic. And Chris?
Yes, I've actually filled out my membership for Mosman Park. They haven't actually accepted me yet.
Was it the View? The View?
Oh, the View and the Country Girls. Definitely the Country Girls. So they haven't accepted me, but yeah, no, it's going to be great. Great to play there.
Oh, look, it's been a wonderful achievement by you, Chris. Let's hope that we're waiting to see what happens with the side series, of course, and the nationals and so forth. Hopefully we'll get some clarity in the next couple of weeks as to what's going on there.
Cross fingers and
to wear the black and gold, you must be pinching yourself and waiting.
Very honoured,
very honoured.
Yeah. It's like to get that uniform on, be just that would be the pinnacle.
And Geoff, I know the work that's gone in at Boulder. I know how hard a worker you are and the team out there. Congratulations on a wonderful year for the club, and on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, the club is certainly looking on the up, and unfortunately I feel sad that I've got to leave the club, but I want to go to bigger and better things as well. So I can only do that if I come down here. So.
Alrighty, good stuff. There you have it. Brad Hogg, eat your heart out, mate. We'll catch you next time here on Bowls Heroes with Brad Hogg. Sometimes.
Thanks, Clive.
Thanks, Clive.
Yeah, wherever you are in WA, stick your head in and say g'day. You gotta love the bolo.